Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 15 of 2022. So for this spread, we are using pretty much everything from Ellie Studio, or definitely the majority of the stuff. So at first I pulled out a lot of the cards from the last maybe couple subscription kits that I've gotten. And of course they always come with the little punched out die cuts. So I went ahead and punched them out and have them here ready to go. So I like to do this first. I'll kind of just place all of the little die cut pieces around and see what maybe I can use for the spread, and then I may grab a few more as it keeps going. So at first I do grab a couple of those kind of bluish, greenish pieces, but then I realized that of course my spread is definitely very yellow heavy with the cards and with that enchilada photo. So I end up going with more of the reds, the yellows, and the purples, and I think that that works out. So once I kind of get most things in place, we're going to start working on the title card. So I'm going to just keep it super simple. I add a couple of these die cuts here that I will put my date on, and then I'm going to grab out some thickers that I have close by. I really love these kind of like black typed looking thickers that I got from scrapbook.com, and I wanted to bring in the black because I do have the black and white photo of my computer screen for the Zoom, and then also the little book cover over there, so there's like a little bit of black in here, so I thought that it would look nice to bring it on into the title card. So we mostly keep it simple. I will add a few other little bits, you know, as we go and I start figuring out exactly what it is that I'm going to do with the layout, but that is what we're going to do for right now. So for this week, I feel like I have been struggling a bit for photos lately, and I think that that is just because, you know, I'm at home all the time and not a whole lot goes on around here. It's kind of the same kind of stuff every week, and I really just need to start to make it a habit to take more photos throughout the week, because I'm just that type where I sometimes won't take any pictures throughout the entire week. This one I ended up with a decent amount, but that's just a observation that I've been noticing with me lately. But the first photo is of some enchiladas that Will made, but I specifically wanted to document them, and I used my label maker to write Enchilada Monday because we've been doing this for probably like a month or two now, maybe more like 2 months, making enchiladas every Monday. So how that started was when I did my vlog for March over on Patreon, and I did like a Patreon controls my day. So I asked, did they want us to eat enchiladas or pizza for dinner? And they voted for enchiladas, and they were amazing. So now they've kind of become a staple. So every weekend, whenever me and my mom go to Target, I make sure to get any enchilada supplies that we need. And then Monday is Will's day off, so we always make enchiladas. So I thought that that would be a fun thing, not only because we ate them, but because it's kind of like our little weekly tradition that we've been doing, and we may stop doing that at some point. I hope that we don't, but if we do, I can look back on my album and be like, oh, I remember when we would make enchiladas every Monday. So before I keep going about the photos, I do grab out these Feed Your Craft stickers that I had. Some of them are like a collab within a Creative Bubble, I think, and then some may just be Feed Your Craft. Now I got these around Christmas time, and so I don't believe Feed Your Craft is like around anymore selling things, but I have not used very many of them, so I just added on a few of the stickers around, and I thought that they like made a nice touch because there was one that says I ate this, which worked out perfect on the enchilada page, and there was a few other ones that I thought kind of worked throughout the spread. So another photo that I have is of the book In Every Generation, The Slayer is Born. I've been in a huge Buffy mood lately, so I did my rewatch, which I've been doing for months, but I did finish it maybe this week or last week, and then I'm starting to collect the Buffy graphic novels, so I read the first one of that, and then I also read this book. So I definitely wanted to talk about that because I've been in super Buffy mode. So I kind of made my own little card that says currently reading, and I'll kind of talk about that book briefly. Then I also have a cute picture of our cat Shanghai outside by one of the big flower pots that I planted last week. I also have a picture of my Patreon Zoom that we had on Saturday, which is always a blast. And then lastly, I had to add another photo of baby Andy, my best friend's baby. So of course, this was Easter weekend. We don't tend to do anything for Easter, but I love that I was able to add in that photo of Andy because she looks so adorable with the Easter bunny. And I love that I'll have pictures of her throughout my Project Life album of her like growing up over the years. So I love that. So at this point, I have added in all of my journaling. I really love that card from LA Studio. At the bottom, it says like, remember this, and it has 4 different squares. So I basically used the little black numbers that I got a long time ago from Hobby Lobby and added those in as stories 1 through 4. I didn't add numbers to the photos as well, but obviously if I'm talking about enchiladas, I'm going to know it's the enchilada photo. And if I'm talking about Andy, I'm going to know it's the Andy photo. So I just kind of write all of my journaling there besides my little book review. So now I'm just adding in little bits, to kind of finish off the page. So over on Patreon, I'm working on this 12 by 12 throwback album, and I'm using Vicki Boutin Color Study Collection. So those are some of the stickers. So I just kind of grabbed them to see if there was anything that I wanted to add. So I do add 3 little puffy stickers from that collection, and also I add a few stickers here and there just to kind of finish it off. And then of course, we will grab some tiny little gold stars here in a few minutes as well. So that bottom card beside the one of Andy here that I'm working on, that one kind of threw me for a loop. I really liked the card a lot. With all of the little icons like arrows and tags and banners and all of that. But I didn't really know how to embellish it. So I just kind of added some tiny words and icons and stuff into some of the things on the card, but I didn't fill in everything, and I think that it's fine. I didn't want to add any additional journaling because I had that large 4x6 card that was holding like a ton of journaling, and I didn't want it to get too like handwriting heavy on here. So at this point, I thought about adding some of those kind of paint rings. Now I do keep one, but I will remove the other one. And I end up going with this kind of color wheel. I knew I wanted to add a circle to the top, and it was just trying to figure out which circle. But I end up adding this color wheel, and I cut off all of the blues since there's not much blue in this spread. And so the color wheel kind of brings in the purples, the yellows, and the reds. So I thought that that worked out pretty well. And then I'll add just a couple other embellishments. I think I will add one other one to the title card and the little stars. But I really like the way that this one ended up working out. It's really bright and colorful. I was glad I was able to kind of incorporate the colors of the enchiladas, believe it or not, but the kind of reds and yellows because that is such a large, vibrant photo. So I like the way that that ended up working. And I really just love weeks like this in Project Life that are filled with just randomness of life. I think that those are so fun, just like the mix matchness of different things that are going on, Zoom calls and books that you're reading and food that you're eating, because those are really all the little things that make up our weeks. So I always just love Project Life. I could talk about it forever. So I'm going to add this one other yellow heart to the top, and that's going to be it. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this quick and easy process video. If you did, please give me a like. Please also consider subscribing, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, y'all.